Inborn error of metabolism is the abbreviation to IEM. IEM consists of a group of genetic disorders which is being characterized by the inability of the body to break down food into energy and make new proteins for the organs need in the body. Phenylketonuria, or simply known as PKU, is one of the inborn errors of amino acid metabolism. PKU is also known as Fowling's disease or phenylalanine hydroxylase deficiency disease (PAH). According to Genetics Home Reference, phenylketonuria is a rare and inherited metabolic disorder. PKU is caused by the increased buildup of a substance called phenylalanine to a highly toxic level in both the brain and blood.
The signs and symptoms of PKU is musty odor in the breath, skin, or urine, and this odor is caused by too much of phenylalanine in the body. Eczema, microcephaly, intellectual disability due to elevated levels of phenylalanine in the brain, which causes the destruction of the fatty cover myelin of individual nerve fibers. Loss of IQ, delayed development, seizures, stunted growth, hyperactivity with autistic behaviors, behavioral or social problems, limbs jerking or tremor, pale skin and blue eyes. Phenylalanine usually turns into melanin, which gives color to hair and skin. PKU prevents phenylalanine from turning into melanin.
PKU is caused by genetic mutation in the phenylalanine hydroxylase (PAH) gene at chromosome 12. The PAH gene contains instructions for making an enzyme called phenylalanine hydroxylase. This enzyme helps break down the phenylalanine amino acids in food into tyrosine. People affected with PKU lack or have deficiency in producing the enzyme responsible for the breakdown of phenylalanine.
The degree of enzyme deficiency and hence severity of hyperphenylalanemia varies among patients depending on the specific mutation. Complete enzyme deficiency results in classic PKU, in which serum phenylalanine plasma concentrations in an untreated, newly diagnosed newborn infant exceeds 20 mg per deciliter. Residual enzyme activity causes moderate PKU, mild PKU, mild hyperphenylalanemia, and benign mild hyperphenylalanemia that typically does not require treatment. The enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase catalyzes the conversion of excess phenylalanine to tyrosine. Tetrahydrobiopterin, or known as BH4, is a cofactor required for PAH activity in addition to molecular oxygen and iron. This pathway accounts for the disposal of approximately 75% of dietary phenylalanine, with the remainder used for protein synthesis. When one of several gene mutations results in deficiency or absence of phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme, dietary phenylalanine accumulates in the blood and urine. Some of the excess phenylalanine is metabolized to phenylketones, which are excreted in the urine, giving rise to the term phenylketonuria. The brain is the main organ that is being affected, possibly due to the disturbance of myelination. Although nearly 98 to 99% of PKU results from the PAH enzyme deficiency, phenylalanine can also accumulate if BH4 is not synthesized because of deficiencies of BH4 synthetase.
The parents of an individual with an autosomal recessive condition each carry one copy of the mutated gene. To have this autosomal recessive disorder, one inherits two mutated genes, one from each parent. Thus, both parents must pass on a defective version of the PAH gene for their child to inherit the disorder. People with just one variant in the PAH gene are called carriers and do not get affected by the disorder.
There is no permanent solution for people with PKU, but their complications can be temporarily treated by following a special lifetime diet and by consuming medications. The first treatment of PKU is avoiding the intake of high-protein foods because infants with PKU must be fed breast milk and they also need to consume a special formula named lophenolic. Next is avoid taking in aspartame-containing food products. This is because aspartame converts itself to phenylalanine in the body. To ensure that people with PKU are getting all the essential nutrients required for normal growth, they are required to take in a special nutritional supplement called phenylalanine-free formula. Sapropterin helps in lowering phenylalanine levels. A biochemical cofactor called BH4 helps PAH enzyme changes from phenylalanine to tyrosine. Buscobin is a medication in the form of BH4 which can lower phenylalanine levels in the blood. And since PKU is a genetic condition, it cannot be prevented. An enzyme assay is a blood test that can determine whether someone carries the defective gene that causes PKU. Women with PKU must follow a special PKU diet before and during pregnancy to prevent the increase of blood phenylalanine level and birth defects. You may also benefit from a genetic counseling before becoming pregnant. A medical genetics specialist can help one at better understanding how PKU is passed.
For the frequency, the risk of PKU is the same for both males and females. The occurrence of PKU varies among ethnic groups and geographical regions worldwide. Phenylketonuria is common in people of Irish, European, Turkish, and East Asian descent. And finally, the conclusion is to follow the proper diet and the medications that has been prescribed and fight it off like a hero.